Hi guys, my name is Yvonné and welcome back to my YouTube video. As you can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be giving a young recap on my pregnancy and my C-section. So I was actually thinking of doing this a while ago, but I just never got the chance to sit down and film it and reflect on it. So I just got some time, so I figured why not get into it. So yeah, let's get into it. So basically, I fell pregnant last year in April 2025. Yeah, 2025. So yeah, you guys saw the reaction of how I found out I was pregnant. But before that, I actually went to the gynae and I was diagnosed with PCOS. So the fact that I fell pregnant on the first try is mind-blowing, because I thought it will take a while for me to fall pregnant. So it was quite a surprise for me. But God's timing, like they say. And yeah. So yeah, that's just a bit of background on that. So I was diagnosed with PCOS, but I'm not taking anything for it or anything like that. They say you must just live a healthier lifestyle, which I struggle with, but here we are. Anyway, so yeah, as you would have seen by the pregnancy video, I first got a negative test. So after we did the insemination, I swear I knew I was pregnant. I promise you, I felt it. I just knew. Anyway, because I was just tender, some tender girlies. And when I tell you it was tender, Leslie would brush against me and I'd be so that's how tender they were. But yeah, and I was just craving things. I remember one day I was craving butter chicken from Salome in Westgate Mall, the best butter chicken. I was literally craving it. I tell Leslie, let's Uber Eats it, whatever. It comes now. I was so disappointed. I was so, you're so excited for something and then you get it and then it doesn't give you what you needed in your life. That's what happened. And then Nessie was you're pregnant, man, you're pregnant. And this is let's say a few days after. So I was nah, it's too early. There's no way that I could be pregnant already. Anyway, and then I think it was 7 days after, I just couldn't wait anymore. I needed to test. I needed to know. Anyway, so then we did the test and that was our negative test. So then this is going to work. I was at home all day. I was obviously sad because I thought I was pregnant and panty. And then the evening I was supposed to go out with my sister and my mom. I think we were going to the Robin Peter show. It's a love thing. Yeah, we were going to It's a Love Thing. And then I literally had nothing to wear. I was so frustrated. I have a full closet of clothes, no? A full closet of clothes. I even have new clothes. But I had nothing to wear. I phoned Leslie. I literally break down on the phone. I'm I don't have clothes. Yeah. She's like, I think you're pregnant even because who cries over clothes? And I was we already got the negative tone. But I'm telling myself, I'm just sad from getting the negative the morning. So all my emotions and now not having clothes, it felt just overwhelming day. That's how I felt. Anyway, And then I, yeah, then that was that vlog where I went out with my sister. Then I went to pick up a wine festival that weekend. It was that weekend, right? So, and then the next week, the 1st of May was my uncle's birthday. He's 60th, 70th, one of the two. And then I was obviously drinking, but not like going post out. I had a drink that day. And then I think it was either the next day or the day after, 2 days after, is when I tested. And no, it was the following week. Sorry, the following week I tested, and then we got our positive. So let's say like 2 weeks after, we knew that I was pregnant. So that's just the backstory. I know I filmed it, but I didn't give that context on what was going on that time. So yeah, so that was the beginning of this new journey in our life. So yeah, if I look down, I just have notes. I have notes here so I don't forget what I wanna like say. So yeah, so that was it in terms of the pregnancy, and then life started. So for me, pregnancy, I honestly enjoyed being pregnant. Like now looking back, I miss it a little bit. I don't know what it is. I just like being pregnant like this. I like the feeling of him in my stomach, like him kicking and all that. I enjoyed it. Obviously it's different now. I actually have him now, but yeah, I don't think it will, like, I'll definitely have another child. Pregnancy didn't scare me away from having another child. So in the first trimester, my symptoms, I was nauseous. Like, I didn't vomit, but I was like, nah, like I couldn't really like eat. The things that I'd list for didn't taste nice, like so. And I was just very tired. I was tired. I was so exhausted. Like when I worked from home in my lunchtime, I literally used to nap. Because I just couldn't do it anymore. So that was like my first trimester. Office days was like a drag. But it is life, I guess. So yeah, that was basically my first trimester. It was just a cycle of that. There were obviously times where I struggled to take my tablets, but I still took it. So yeah. And then in the second trimester, I started feeling a bit better. I started feeling good. I wasn't as mad anymore. I was just like tired, or maybe I was used to being tired at this point, so it was just fine. In the third trimester, it started feeling like first trimester tiredness. I'm not gonna lie, it was giving first trimester tiredness, but I was still good. Like I still felt good. I didn't have any like complications, I guess you can say. I needed to have like blood work done every week, and I needed to do this and I needed to do that. Like I was good. The only thing that I know, I needed to take like progesterone tablets, I think, but that was just for the placenta or something. I can't really remember. But I was good otherwise. Like I was calm. I was like, yeah. The other days where I was feeling overwhelmed because I was like, I'm gonna have a baby, but I was good otherwise. Like I was calm. And then like I was saying, my third trimester, the only thing, there was this 1 week where I had this pain in my bum area, but it's almost like a pain that shot down to my legs. That pain, I literally couldn't even like walk sometimes. Like I struggled to do the washing. It was like I literally found like I had sciatica. Like if I Google, it was sciatica. It was and I literally cried. There was this one day I was trying to pack this cupboard and it's quite high. So I was trying to like reach something on top. Oh, yo, that day I cried. I called my mommy. I'm like, I don't know if I can do natural. I don't know if I can do natural because if this is what labor would like potentially feel like I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. But that only was like for a week and then it was finished and then I never had it again. So yay. But yeah, so my pregnancy overall was good. I was calm. I was happy. It was like a joyous time in my life. Even though life was lifing, pregnancy was good to me. So yeah, that was it. So now let me jump to the labor and all of that. So I had a C-section, right? Initially, I wanted a C-section. When I met with my gynae, I was like, I want a C-section. I was like, cut me, do the things. Because I don't know if I'm strong enough for natural birth. I can't do it. I cannot do it. Like, I'm not good with needles. I'm not good with things. Like, let me suffer for an hour. Let me not suffer. Oh, what? What do I mean? I don't know, but I just wanted C-section. I felt like seeing my cousin have a C-section, she was fine. Like, so I was like, okay. But then when I spoke with my doctor, he was like, I should try natural, like I'm young enough, he will get me all the meds. Like, he convinced me. He was like, don't worry, I got you, don't worry, I got you. Oh, by the way, my doctor was Dr. Feto at Christian Barnard in town, the Duke Hospital in town. Amazing doctor, love him down. Would recommend him all day, every day. Anyway, so yeah, he convinced me and I was like, okay, fine, I'll do natural. You say you got me, I trust you, let's do this thing, you know? Anyway, so then I think it was at 34 weeks, I saw him and he was like, but I think you can say from like 20 something weeks or from 30 weeks, we were noticing that the baby was measuring like 2 weeks behind. So if I was like 30, he was like at 28. So we saw it, I think at the 20 something weeks, he noticed it. But he was like, it's not something to worry about, let's be fine. We'll be fine, I mean. Then, by the 34 weeks, he was like, okay, still, I should rather go see like the fetal specialist. Let's see what's going on. What's going on here. You know what I'm saying? Because baby looks good. Like there was nothing we were worried about. It was just he was not measuring smaller or behind, if you can say. And then I booked an appointment. And I think at like the 35 week mark or whatever, I had my appointment at the fetal assessment center in Claremont. And I liked them. I went there for my other scan, so I knew the vibes. So if I didn't have any issues with the doctors there, like I enjoyed my experience there. Anyway, so we went there. She's like, it seems like the placenta is maturing faster, so he's not getting the nutrients he needs or whatever. So she was like, she recommends that I give birth by 37 weeks. I'm 35 weeks concurrently at that time when she's speaking to me and Leslie and I. And I'm like, so you telling me I'm gonna give birth in like 2 weeks? In 2 weeks. Keeping in mind, at 36 weeks, I was gonna have my shower. At 37, 38 weeks, I was gonna start working. Like I had all planned. And I look at this lady, I'm like, immediately my nerves is nerving because what do you mean? What do you mean? Let me add some juice. Oh, the nerves is not making me so thirsty. Anyway, so So yeah, so this was now at 35 weeks. And I had an appointment just before I was 36 weeks to see Dr. Peto, so we can discuss ons nou volgens wat nou gesê. So then the reality like set in for Lizzie and I. Lizzie was like, what if he decide you wanna do me one time at 36 weeks and da-da-da, and I'm like, I'm not ready. I can't give birth yet. I can't. Anyway, so then, but at this point, I didn't know I was going to have a C-section because I didn't know what Dr. Peto's plans were. Like, would he want to induce me or whatever the case may be. So, the week went on and Leslie and I decided we're going to pack our hospital bag. Just in case. So we're gonna go like prepared to this doctor's visit just in case he's like, you know what, we're here, let's do this thing, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, so I went to the appointment very anxious because I was like, what if he does say, what am I gonna do? Anyway, right now, then we went to our appointment. And it just happened to be on Leslie's birthday. So she was quite happy because she got to like see him on her birthday. And Dr. Peter basically agreed with what the other doctor said and was like, okay, let's not go further than 37 weeks. And I was like, yay! So excited. Anyway, so he was like, we don't know what's causing the baby to be smaller, so let's not put the baby under like pressure or whatever of a natural labor, so let's do the C-section. Keeping in mind, I originally wanted a C-section, and now I'm like, don't know if I want a C-section, don't know. But honestly, I trust my doctor, so I was like, he got me, we're gonna do this thing. So yeah, then we went, Daisy and I left. I had my shower that Saturday, and then I was still like working the following week, so I had to stop working sooner than I had expected. But my manager was very gracious and understanding, so I stopped, I think by the Wednesday was my last day. And so I had like time to like rest because the Friday I needed to be like booked in. So yeah. Anyway, so now we can get into the labor. No, it wasn't that dramatic, I feel. So yeah, so like I said, I had a shower. It was very nice, as you guys have seen in the previous vlog. And then I had the week to prepare. We had these things, but it wasn't like set up basically. But we got it done. What I needed to be got done. Anyway, so the Friday came very fast. It was the quickest week ever. So the Friday came, and the Friday evening I needed to be booked in. They didn't want me to come in the morning because my C-section would have been 8 o'clock the Saturday morning. So I had to be there by 9 o'clock the Friday. Keeping in mind, Leslie and I are like, I don't know how to put this finger in this fingers, but we are like so. So sleeping separate was not gonna be a vibe for us. I think that's what made me anxious, like not sleeping next to her and having that, the night before. So I think that maybe made me a bit anxious, but it is what it is. So yeah, so that Friday was but we were very calm. We were very chill. Like I was trying to be calm. And then when the nighttime came and I needed to bath me and all that, I was calm. I wasn't really speaking. I was just like trying to accept what's gonna happen and what's concurrently gonna happen. Anyway, and so yeah, it was very emotional for me. Then we were driving and I literally like cried. I cried because I couldn't believe what was like gonna happen. You know, that we actually gonna go meet our baby. But yeah, but I was just trying to be calm. I was like, it's okay. It just means we're gonna meet him and all those things. Yeah, so we went. She dropped me. And I wasn't alone in the room. It was me and another girl. But when I got there, I was alone. So yeah, I got there. The room was a standard hospital room, but very nice, very clean. And we obviously had our ensuite bathroom over there. But I think that room normally fits like 3 beds. But yeah, it was just me. And then I had to say bye to Leslie, and it was made it like real now because she couldn't stay past 10, I think. So it was very like nerve-wracking. But Mom girl didn't go home. She stayed at the hospital all night. I actually inserted a photo here of like where she slept in the car. So because she also couldn't like sleep without me, and I didn't want to come all the way home and then come back in the morning, so she decided to stay there. And I think it also made me feel a bit better knowing she was there, even though I knew she probably was uncomfortable. I was happy that she was so close to me. But yeah, anyway, I was happy that she was so close to me. So that evening, it was pretty chilled. I just like changed into my pajamas. There's obviously like Wi-Fi and everything. There's like a TV there. So, and then it was just the sister who came to like ask me some questions. I think they did like my blood pressure. They had me on the CTG just to hear like his heartbeat and all of that. But I was calm. I was on my phone. I think I called my sister at one point. Like I was good, you know. And then another woman actually came in. She actually came in from a C-section. So yeah, and it actually ended up being my doctor who did a C-section. So seeing my doctor actually also put me at ease because he was like, don't worry, I got you. You again like reassured me. So seeing him also made me feel calm. So I was good. Yeah, so that was the night before. And then the next day came. I did struggle a little bit to fall asleep, but I feel like I dozed off at one point. And so they mentioned to me previously that they would come get me by 5 or from 5, so prepping me. So I set my alarm for like 4 o'clock because I wanted to be awake when they came. But they didn't come, but it's fine. Then someone came to give me my tea or asked me if I wanted coffee or tea, and I obviously took tea. And then I was still very calm. I took a shower. I had to like shower with like surgical soap. So I was calm, listening to gospel music, just trying to get myself in the zenness of it all. Because I was literally just telling myself, just get through each step. Just get, like, don't think already about the think first, let's get through this. Let's get through first the morning where they can fetch you. Then get through. So my C-section was for 8 o'clock. And then Leslie came, I think, like just before 7. She came, and like seeing her obviously was like put my heart and my mind at ease. So yeah, that was good. Then after 8, I think they came to fetch me, and then we walked over to the Labourwood side, and then we walked over, and everyone was like, good luck, and I'm like, shh, don't talk to me. But all the nurses and everyone was so nice at that hospital. Anyway, so then we walked over to the Labourwood side, and then they put like an IV drip, or they put the drip thingy, and that was sore because she couldn't find the vein. And like every time I had to draw blood and all that, no one struggled, but today they could not find a vein. But okay, Leslie was there with me, and I was just like, while they do the thing. But anyway, so yeah, so then Leslie scrubbed up. She scrubbed up, and then it was like getting real, and I was like, anyway, then my doctor came, and my doctor was just like telling me like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. He took me to the whole thing. I don't remember anything he said. All I remember asking, I was like, doctor, am I gonna die? And he was like, you know, with every operation there's always a risk, and I was like, that doesn't exactly put my mind at ease. But okay. Anyway, and then then the anesthetist. I don't know what the lady's title is. The one who gives the injections and stuff. I will put it here at the bottom what the job title is, because I can't remember now. She came and she basically explained. She was like, so there's one needle, then there's another needle. She explained. So with the C-section, it's 2 injections. So one is to like numb the area, and the other one is like what numbs your body from the waist down. So yeah, so then I was still just laying there and waiting. I was waiting, and then yeah, what happened? Yeah, my wrist started like swelling because the vein, it didn't go in the vein properly. But I was like, it's fine, man. I'm not gonna stress. I don't wanna ask anybody. I'm gonna take it out now. Anyway. Then when they were ready for me, we walked over to the surgery ward. Everything is close, so it's not like I was walking far or anything like that. So then we walked over, and it's like the surgery room, and it's like so real. They tell me to go sit in the bed. Leslie's with me the whole time. They tell me to go sit in the bed, and I explained to them now what's happening here in my arm. And then they decide to look for another vein, and this time they're struggling to find a vein. And it's like they're basically like poking me all over at this point, that I literally break down and cry, because I'm like, it's sore, and I'm overwhelmed at the thought of what's happening now, that I literally just like cry, because I'm just like, it's so real what's happening right now. Anyway, then yeah, that was quite emotional for me. But Leslie, like I said, Leslie was with me the whole time. Then the lady, she found a vein in my other arm. And then she was like, am I calm now? Whatever. Fine. Then she like goes to the back and she tells me to like bend a certain way. But I'm like slouching over, but I'm not like bending over. Like my back is basically straight, but I'm just like bent over. She's like, okay, this is the first needle. And it was just like a needle going in. There was a prick. I literally was holding on to Leslie while they were busy or whatever. And I immediately felt like a numbness from my lower back down to my bum. I felt the numbness immediately. And then I didn't feel the second injection. So it was very quick. Then when we were done with that, they immediately like laid me down and transferred me over to the other bed. And at this time, it's almost instantly when I can't feel. So it almost like pins and needles, but I can't feel them touching on me. Like I can feel my toes, I can feel my legs, I know, but I can't feel them like doing whatever they're doing. Like I can feel them moving my legs, so, but not them touching me. So in that time, they put the catheter in and all of that. Then the lady, she asked me, can I feel like, I think coldness or something? And I was like, no, I don't feel anything. So that was like a good thing for them, because then they started, and this was like they literally are busy already. So maybe what they did, but just wanted to check. So yeah, it was very quick, probably less than 10 minutes. And in that time, there's music playing, random music. I feel like Bob Marley was playing or something. And Leslie was on my left-hand side. So I was laying and we're just like talking and stuff like that. And we were just like, oh, what is like happening? We're gonna see him soon, all those things. And then the next thing I know, they're like, he's gonna come. And I was like, what? He's coming already? And then I just like heard his cry, and I cried because I couldn't believe, that my baby is here. So yeah, and then Leslie went to the baby, and then obviously they started sewing me up. And then Leslie went to the baby and she was able to cut the cord. I think I have a video or photo of it. I'll include a snippet here. She was able to cut the cord and she was with him the whole time, like while they were cleaning him and stuff like that. And I was just like laying there. I feel like I was singing the songs or something. Like I was singing the songs. Like I was still super chilled or whatever. And then I think the sewing up took longer than before. But yeah, so they did what they did. And then that was it. That was my C-section. It was very quick. It felt almost. He was born at 8 minutes past 9 on the 20th of December 2025. So he's 25, which is so cute. Anyway, so yeah, he was very, very small. I think it was 2.3 kg. But I was just happy he was here and healthy. But then they were saying that there's something, he's not breathing properly. So he was rushed to the NICU. So I didn't get to like obviously hold him and stuff like that. But they just brought him for me to meet him in a sense. And then they pushed me out when they were done. I was in like a waiting room area, but she was telling me like I think it was every 30 minutes or every 30 minutes I had a morphine drip, and every 30 minutes I had to press this morphine thing, whatever. And when I'm telling you, this morphine was working because almost instantly I was feeling like loopy, like I wanted to sleep, like I just wanted to sleep. Then when they were done, they pushed me to my room. And for that first day, I almost like don't remember really what happened because of the morphine. I was totally like out of it for that day. Like I remember like passing away and coming to, passing away and coming to, like that. So I didn't really like that feeling, but it honestly helped me because I wasn't in any pain. So it definitely helped because I wasn't in any pain. My baby was all day in the NICU, so I didn't get to meet him. So Leslie was like in between us. She was like at the NICU and then checking up on me and so. And then, yeah, that was the day one. I was in the hospital for a total of I think 3 days. So the Saturday I was booked on the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I think I went home the Tuesday. And yeah, my hospital stay, I enjoyed it. Being fed on handed food. I just don't like being in hospitals. But the hospital itself was a good experience. Like the nurses were like on top of their meds. On top of it to give me my meds. So I wasn't in any pain. I was getting lunch, breakfast, tea, coffee. Like I was living life. And Leslie was there with me all day, every day. So that I loved. So I will just say over the day one, when I woke up the next day, like I was ready to get up. I was tired of laying. I laid all day Saturday. Sunday I was like, I'm ready to stand up. So when the nurse was there, I think like 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, I was like, when can I stand up? But she was like, the doctor has to give the go ahead. But I just think she was waiting for the day staff to come to do that. Anyway, the day staff did come. I think it was like past 8 or whatever. They came and then they took the catheter out. They dressed me, whatever, and then they helped me up. I didn't really struggle. I was like sensitive, but I was good. Like I could stand up. Like I felt good to be up and I could sit in a chair. I wasn't in any pain. And then I just waited for my doctor to come. He just spoke and he was checking on how I was feeling, etc., etc. And then Leslie wheeled me over to the NICU so I can meet my baby boy. And then I met him. She wheeled me over. Met him, so I couldn't believe that this is my baby, but here we are. And then then I came back after I think an hour or so, because now I was tired and needed to rest. Then the afternoon came because grandparents can visit, and then Leslie was gonna wheel me over, and my mommy was like, Leslie mustn't baby me. So we told me I must walk. Like I just had surgery yesterday. Please be nice. But anyway, so then I did walk. I just walked slowly. And I honestly think it was a blessing. It was a good thing she said that because I feel like I healed faster. Like to walk without like Leslie and stuff like that. So just like obviously slowly, but I did it. So then then she met him, and then that's basically my story. My baby did end up being in the NICU for 3 weeks. That's a whole other story that I don't know if I'm willing to get into. It was a very traumatic time for me, but it is what it is. But after 3 weeks he did come home. So we did spend Christmas and New Year's in the hospital, but for my baby, I know we would do it over and over again. But now he's home, he's good, he's now 3 months already, which is crazy. He's a big boy. But that is my story. I did have a very good experience. And when I tell you, I was watching vlogs and vlogs and vlogs trying to prepare for a C-section, and I didn't really find videos of people speaking about their experience. I saw vlogs and stuff, but I want to tell me pain 9 levels 5. So but I had a good experience overall. It definitely didn't scare me from having another child. So yeah, don't hold me to it, but so yeah, so that is my story. I hope this is maybe helpful for someone. I don't know. But yeah, this is now the end of my pregnancy series. I wanted to end it off with a story time. Yeah, this is it. So now we can get back into the swing of things of like vlogs and like just like life of like being a mother. So I'm like a mother for like 3 months. Wow. Anyway, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the story. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Do stay tuned to this channel for more vlogs and story times. I guess story times is the thing I do now. I guess it is. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.